Hello, everyone. First off, I'd like to say welcome to my brand new channel. Pretty excited about it. Normally, I do other content on another channel that I'm more focused on, but I created this one specifically for Pokemon content as I'm a huge Pokemon fan, or I was most of my life. I've had some, you know, falling out from here and there with the Pokemon franchise. So I've played most of the games. Like I said, there's a little gap where I kind of like I got burnt out on it, or I didn't really like what it was doing, and then it was actually on the 3DS that I jumped back in. So it was large portions of the DS games I completely missed. I didn't play Diamond, I didn't play Pearl, I didn't play Platinum until very recently. I did play Heart Gold and Soul Silver just because, nostalgic reasons. And I didn't play Black version, I didn't play Black 2 or White 2. I did play White version, but I didn't really care for it. It's not a bad game. It just wasn't for me personally. Um, Weirdly enough, the thing that brought me back into the Pokemon franchise was X and Y. Um, I like the Pokemon designs, but the thing was, just playing through an entire region in 3D was mind blowing for me. Since the last time we really had anything like that was like Coliseum or XD Gale of Darkness. And even with that, like, I remember playing Coliseum when it first came out as a kid. I actually got the game before I got the GameCube. The GameCube came after. Uh, and I didn't have the GameCube, and I got the GameCube after I got the Coliseum game, and I played it, and I thought, oh my god, okay, so you fast travel between locations. You don't actually see yourself travel all the way from one spot to the next. But I thought it was super cool that it was in 3D. But I understood because GameCube limited hardware, discs like that big, and so I got to the first town, and the gym there. I was like, oh wow, this must be the first gym. Yeah, I know. And little did I know it was the only gym in the game, but I ended up loving the game regardless because it's Pokemon Coliseum is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time. I think it's one of the best Pokemon games ever made. Um, so there's a Pokemon Presents out, and like I said, I'm kind of in the in the Pokemon fandom. I'm kind of a Pokemaniac fan, I guess you could call me, but I was, and then I wasn't for a little while, and I'm trying to get back into it. Um, I like I said, I really enjoyed X and Y, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I know people have problems with the Battle Tower, but I never really did the Battle Tower when I played like Ruby and Emerald version most of the time. I played Sapphire a couple of times, but I played through it. But I spent most of my time on Ruby, and I played a lot on Emerald. Um, but I never really did the Battle Tower. For me, it was about trying to collect an entire living national dex and um, trying to just battle friends and explore the world as you play through it. And it was more like this exploration, collecting Pokemon and battling friends, and that's what Pokemon always has kind of been for me. Um, so I'm curious to see where they're going. Sun and Moon wasn't fantastic for me either. That kind of like it just felt way over tutorialized, I guess, and handholdy and very linear. With Sun and Moon, I just felt like you couldn't go 5 steps without having to run into a novel. So it wasn't. And the story, Pokemon. I mean, Game Freak doesn't really know how to tell great stories. So if I'm going to read that much, it's got to be for a story worth telling, and Pokemon, or I should clarify, Game Freak is just not those kind of storytellers. But they are great at making, at their best, they can make great exploration, a great RPG, as you know, to a degree. It's not like they make the games very hard, and in fact, they've been getting easier. I think the only reason X and Y was even remotely difficult for me was because actually a lot of the reasons people complain about those games are the kind of the reason that they worked for me. Coming back into the franchise, X and Y had, um, the EXP share, which could be shut off, and it absolutely should be an option for people who don't want to use the EXP share. But for me, I played a lot of Pokemon when I was younger with I just bulldozed a lot of the game with my starter Pokemon. And so when I got into X and Y and I came back and I really and I kind of deviated away from that a little bit, but like when I came into X and Y, that's when I really started to like actually play with my entire team, because my team's level would rise with the rest of my uh, Pokemon, no matter who I was battling with. And I really enjoyed that, but it also made it kind of more difficult for me because I wasn't used to having to switch out to, like, I had to play a little bit more with more strategy, because if I just bulldozed with my starter Pokemon kind of like I used to when I was younger, um, that starter Pokemon doesn't get all of the EXP from that battle. It kind of siphons it off to the Pokemon in the other party. So it wasn't ever strong enough going through to get through like some of the full parties. And so it kind of forced my hand into having like better learned typings and kind of orchestrate better strategies. So anyway, this video's already getting pretty long with the intro, but I just wanted to kind of lay out where I'm coming from in the Pokemon fandom community. I used to be like a diehard Pokemon fan, and then I kind of fell out of it for kind of a while. And then I got back into it, and learning all like I came back into it like I played through Gen 5, but I never learned like barely any of the Pokemon names, or like I played through it once, and I was just like, and I was done for a while. And that was one game in Gen 5. It wasn't like I played Black and White and Black 2 and White 2. I just played White version. And so I fell out of it for a while, and it wasn't until like I think Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were either out already or they were just about to come out by the time I picked up X version. For really, really, the only reason I bought it was because it was really cheap at my local retro game store, and I was like, oh well. And at the time, I was kind of stuck at home, so I just needed something to do, and I'm like, why not, And so I picked it up, and I'm like, even if not, I'll just add it to my collection of games or whatever. And um, when I saw that I was unaware that the 3DS games were in 3D. I thought maybe like some aspects of it would be, or maybe like they would have like the 2D um, style just in 3D, and that wasn't the case at all. And the 3D aspect of just running around a Pokemon game in 3D, and I felt like X and Y had a decent amount of exploration. Not a lot of people give it enough credit for that. Um, and the biggest problem with X and Y is that it never got a Z version. But X and Y is just as good as on par with like any other like base set game. So like you have like your red and blue, and then you have yellow, you have gold and silver, then you have crystal, then you have ruby and sapphire, then you have emerald. I feel like it's like ruby sapphire levels of a good game. Diamond and Pearl levels of a good game until, and if it had its Z version, I don't think a single, like everyone always loops X and Y in with the, um, with like the where Pokemon went downhill with all of the bad games, and I don't think X and Y deserves that hate because the only reason why it's even looped in is because it didn't get that Z version. If it'd be like Ruby and Sapphire came out, people would, and never Emerald didn't come out. People might be lumping that in with like the crappier games, but Ruby and Sapphire are great games. They're not remembered as like limited in their content because Emerald did come out. So they're kind of lumped in with like, oh yeah, well Emerald's the definitive version, but Ruby and Sapphire were still good games. They just needed a little bit more. Well, X and Y are still good games. They just need a little bit more. Um, so anyway, with all of that said, I'm not super familiar with every single new Pokemon past like in Gen 4 and up. I know I've learned a lot of their names. I play, Pokemon Go. I've played uh, Platinum version since then, most actually pretty recently, which, oh my god, don't even get me started on trying to find a copy of that game that didn't just like break the bank, didn't just crush my wallet. But anyway, I'd like to get into this and I'd like to react to the new Pokemon Presents that was released today and see what they have going on. And I will be honest, I was not a fan of Sword and Shield. Those games were immensely disappointing to me. I played through them. I didn't hate every moment I was playing them, but I wasn't really having that much fun either. It was just linear from, like I said, for me it's about collecting and trying to build a living dex, which I'm still doing, and different forms and all this stuff, and you can't do that in Sword and Shield. So I was one of the bring back the national dex people because that was like the game for me, was just getting all of those Pokemon and then basically just collecting like all the Pokemon so I could have the just a giant roster of combinations when I would battle my friends. That was what the game was for me. And they basically removed that portion of the game, and then even the exploration wasn't there. It was just a linear shot. So it's like literally everything that I loved about Pokemon was taken out of Sword and Shield. But I do have some high hopes for Arceus. It does look vastly empty. It's kind of disappointing, but there's a lot of potential there, and I really hope they utilize it. And I'm keeping my expectations low going in, but I hope they say something. I would be shocked if they didn't say something about Legends Arceus in this Presents, as well as Diamond and Pearl. I'm hoping for Mega Evolutions. That was another X and Y staple for me that just was like, that was devastating when they took that out, and Sword and Shield. I mean, it was in X and Y. It was in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It was in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It was even in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. I mean, it felt like it was going to be a staple for a long time. It was a fan favorite. Everyone loved it, and then all of a sudden it dropped Sword and Shield, and they replaced it with Dynamax and Gigantamax, and I don't care for that feature either. So I hope Pokemon learns from their mistakes going forward and can deliver a genuinely fun game. I don't have high expectations at this point. I just want something that's just not as bad as Sword and Shield. So with that said, let's get into this. Hopefully it's not too much of a letdown. Really hoping for the best here. It's got a good like count, which if this is the GameSpot video, not the official Pokemon Company video. Oh, well, there it is. Maybe we should watch that one. See what the like to dislike ratio is. Because Pokemon fans aren't shy about letting and they shouldn't be, about their, you know, their likes and dislikes. I mean, hell, I was not quiet at all about the national Dex issue. So let's just get right into this.
Hello everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. Today, I'm happy to share with you our latest updates on a number of games. First, we'd like to share some news about Pokemon's first strategic team battle game, Pokemon Unite.
Sorry, could not care less.
The Nintendo Switch version of the game has already been released, and the release of the mobile version has now been set for September 22nd. In anticipation of the mobile version launch, pre-registration has begun today on the App Store and Google Play Store. Nintendo Switch and mobile device users can play together in Pokemon Unite. We hope as many people as possible
that's kind of cool.
will be able to
got
enjoy playing it together.
play.
Players will also receive special gifts in their game based on the number of people who pre-registered for the mobile version, thanks to a special campaign happening now. We hope you'll all pre-register and look forward to the mobile release.
Not for me.
Players who are quick to jump in with the Nintendo Switch version that has already been released can also receive Zeraora's Unite license as a launch bonus. The Unite license can also be used in the mobile version by linking accounts. And finally, I'd like to give you all a preview of some of the Pokemon that are slated to join in future updates.
I mean, I'm sure all, like, the beginning of this is all just going to be, like, spin-off stuff. So, Unite. Maybe Pokemon Sleep. What's the cafe one?
Look forward to more from Pokemon Unite in the future.
Get out of here.
Now, I'd like to share some news about a few of our other games.
The cafe one. Look at that.
Pokemon Cafe Mix is getting a revamp, and with it, a new title. Pokemon Cafe Remix.
Maybe some new Pokemon Snap stuff.
The puzzles have been refreshed
It's such a
with
good
the
game.
addition of new
Pokemon
elements
Snap.
with which you can mix, link, and blast puzzle icons.
So much fun. I haven't played those new levels though. I made sure to get on because I didn't know if it was like a time exclusive download
There will be
or something.
tons of Pokemon new to Pokemon Cafe
should be
Remix
good
and new
if you haven't
dress-up
gotten it
options.
yet, but,
You'll also find
I'm
more
excited to
ways
try those
of
new
calling
levels
and
because
developing
Pokemon
your
Snap
star
is just
Pokemon.
new Pokemon
So
Snap
this
is
renewed
just
puzzle game is sure to be something that can
like
be enjoyed for years to come.
peak Pokemon for me.
Pokemon Cafe Remix will open its doors this fall.
I've downloaded this game, Pokemon Masters. Haven't played it. I opened up the app once for like 5 minutes.
Pokemon Masters
It's not that it didn't
EX
catch my attention. At the
celebrates
time, I
its
was in a
2-year
household that was
anniversary.
chaotic as all hell. So it was like I couldn't focus
Dynamaxing
on
is
it.
here.
And I'm just
Signature
like,
Leon has arrived
I'll do it
and
later.
is partnered up with Eternatus. Team up with brothers
And that was when it
Leon
first
and
came out, so I
Ryan
haven't really
Eternatus
gotten
and
back
the
to it.
legendary
But
event
I'll
currently underway.
consider picking it back up. Give it another shot. Depends how good it is. I haven't really looked into reviews or
To
anything for
celebrate
it.
the 2-year anniversary of Pokemon Masters EX, players will get the chance to scout up to 100 sync pairs at no cost. Plus, 3 different legendary events are returning at once, meaning players can team up with 3 legendary
Also, I don't like the
Pokemon.
pay-to-win aspect. I know Pokemon Go kind of has that too.
And
Pokemon Go is a
returning
little
in
more
special
isolated.
outfit as
It's
part
not
of
like
Master
pay to
Sync
win.
Pair.
Yeah, you can
And
battle
those
people,
Pokemon
but that's
are
like
able
the
to
extent of
target
where it
all
ends.
opponents with their attacks.
And
Look forward to seeing
honestly,
as
you
well as
don't
other
you don't need to
2-year
pay anything to
anniversary sync
Pokemon Go
pairs
to be
soon.
um to be competitive.
Then,
in that
starting
game.
in September,
At least
a new
I have.
story arc unfolds.
I
Villainous
rarely spend money in the
organizations
game.
are
I'll
stirring
pay like
once
99
more as the
cents every
story
once in
takes
a while
darker
for some
turn.
coins.
You won't want
And
to
like
miss
the
it.
first several years I played the game, I
We
didn't
have
spend a
plenty of
dime.
other events and exciting content planned as well. So come join us in celebration of this special anniversary. Also, if you log into the game after this presentation, you can receive
Oh, well, that's
a
an
present of
incentive right there.
3,000 gems as our newest
3,000 gems.
campaign
I'm sure
begins.
that's like the currency.
You won't want to
of the
miss
game.
it.
Now we're getting into some
Pokemon
closer
Go,
to
which is celebrating its
main-
5th anniversary, will
main
have
series
Pokemon
stuff.
that were first discovered in the Galar region appearing in the wild. The Ultra Unlock Part 3 Sword and Shield event will
that's
begin
cool.
on August 20th, 2021
At least Pokemon Go
at
has
10
all the
a.m.
Pokemon,
local
or will
time.
eventually.
Players can look forward
but
to seeing Wooloo, Squavit, and Phalanx during the event.
I don't even feel like we have all the
Legendary
Gen 6 Pokemon
Zacian
yet,
and
do we?
Zamazenta will also be appearing in 5-star raids. It
Or
seems
Gen
that the
7?
sudden appearance of Pokemon originally
already
discovered in the
getting Gen
Galar
8.
region has something to do with the mischievous tricks of a certain mythical Pokemon. Be sure to take part in these events and discover the truth behind these curious appearances. Your adventures in the real world will
Sorry
only
to-
continue to grow
I don't know
in
who's gonna get this
Pokemon
reference,
Go.
but Marco Ruby in this shit. I'm just so thirsty.
America continues to be indispensable to the goal of global liberty. In the short time that I've been here in Washington, nothing has frustrated me more than false choices like the one the President laid out tonight.
Next up, we have some news about the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl games.
Okay, this is where my interest peaks. A little bit. Don't love the cheaty style, but I feel like these games could still be fun. Oh, it's so terrible. That's pretty funny. Advertisement, you guys! Maybe I'll edit that part out. Or I'll just leave it in. Who gives a shit? I don't know. We'll see. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. Your very own tale of grand adventures about to unfold. Okay, it's the same. I mean, it's slightly improved, but I thought it would look like this by now. Like, now you should. Looks like Diamond and Pearl. The thing is, I bought this game right before the first trailer and played through it, thinking that, like, oh, I'll play, like, the 2D style first. And then when they released it in, like, the 3D style, kind of like they did with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, or, like, the modern look, it'll be, like, a whole new experience. And then I basically played all the way through the 2D Platinum recently, just to do it again when it's this similar. Okay, stickers, that's cool. The Union Room. Oh, well, at least it's the Union Room, and it's not the whatever the hell is in Sword and Shield, the unworkable. I can't remember what it was called. Like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, all had the most terrible. Sorry, I'm not commenting on this very much. This is all stuff that it's just the Platinum, the Underground. So there's not really anything new here. It's cool, but oh well, I spoke too soon. I don't know what this is. Is this in Platinum? Because I never saw anything like that. That had overworld Pokemon? I think it might be in whatever locations those were in the Underground. It's dope music. It looks like it might have elements of Platinum for sure, so At least I haven't played Diamond or Pearl, but I've heard they're much more inferior when compared to Platinum. So I hope this basically keeps a lot of Platinum features. I will say, so I think the overworld Pokemon are just in those specific locations. That's pretty cool art, box art, case art. I don't know why we call it box art anymore. No, really boxes, but...
The release of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl is now just 3 months away. Let's review the main points of these revitalized games.
After 15 years, Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl have been reborn into Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl. This adventure takes place in the Sinnoh region, a land rich in nature with towering Mount Coronet at its heart. As the protagonist, you'll adventure across the region, catching wild Pokemon and making new friends as you strive to complete your Pokedex.
I wish it was even just in the Let's Go
Along with
style
your
all the way
partner
through.
Pokemon,
I thought
you'll
that was
overcome
actually
the gym
pretty
leaders
good.
of each area and aim to become the champion.
A pretty good style.
You'll also encounter traces of the Sinnoh region's myths, passed down through the generations, and unravel
I will
the
say,
truth behind their mysteries.
I don't hate the chibi style all that much. It's not particularly for me,
This
but
is
it's not...
Professor Rowan, who
it's
entrusts
fine.
you with a Pokemon. He's a famous professor researching Pokemon evolution.
This will be a fun playthrough. It'll feel like an
This
old
is your childhood
2D
friend and rival. He
style
hones his skills as a
game.
Pokemon trainer through your friendly rivalry. Rourke is one of the gym leaders you'll take on during your journey. He uses Rock-type Pokemon. Everywhere you look, Team Galactic is up to something. There appears to be some sort of lofty goal behind all their audacious activity. Cynthia is investigating myths about Pokemon. She's a mysterious person who shows up at many points along your journey.
Even more fun?
Gameplay
So-
features from Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl have been revamped and powered up for these new games. In the Grand Underground, you can participate in a number of
I
activities.
do like secret
such as
bases.
digging
It's my
up
favorite part
fossils
about
or
Ruby and
creating your
Sapphire
own
and
secret
Omega Ruby
base
and
and
Alpha
decorating
Sapphire
it with Pokemon
and
statues.
Emerald.
There are also places down there called Pokemon Hideaways, which
And
didn't
so
exist in
see that
Pokemon
those are
Diamond
back
and
because
Pokemon Pearl.
Diamond Pearl
Apparently, the
and
Pokemon
Platinum
that
had the
appear in the Pokemon
underground secret
Hideaways will
bases.
change depending on which statues you have placed in your secret base.
Oh, wait a
It
minute.
seems
Do I have
that
to
some of the
change my,
Pokemon
like,
living in the Sinnoh region
change
can
all of
only
my
be
stuff
found in this
around in my
place.
secret base
So
just to
be sure
get
fully
specific
explore
Pokemon to
the
pop
Grand
up? Because
Underground spread out
I
beneath
feel like
the
that's the
surface
first
of
point of
Sinnoh.
decorating my space. Like, I feel like that would be a pain in the
You can use
ass.
the
Maybe I'm wrong.
stickers
I
you'll
don't know.
collect on
I'll have
your
to see how it
adventure
plays
that
out. Maybe they
customize
got
the effects
implemented
that
in
appear when Pokemon spring out of
a
Pokeballs,
satisfactory
such as
manner.
confetti or fireworks. By collecting stickers at various locations along your journey and decorating with them, you can make your Pokemon battles even more fun. One new feature that was not available in Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl is the ability to change your outfit. Wear your favorite styles on your adventure. In Super Contest shows, your Pokemon can dance to the rhythm of the music, proudly show off a contest move, and aim for a successful show. Cooperate with your partner Pokemon to really work up the crowd. In the Union Room, this release allows you to use not only local communication, but also online communication to interact with trainers all over
Unlike
the
Sword
world
and
in
Shield.
real time. Please enjoy
Nice.
battles and
That was a-
Pokemon trades
that was a
with
low
many
jab.
other
I'm sorry.
trainers.
Anyone ever try to
You can walk
join?
around with any of the Pokemon that
um,
appear in these games. Enjoy your journey through Sinnoh together with your partner Pokemon.
Other people in Sword and Shield? It's
Whether it's a
just,
last-second bake sale,
it's abysmal.
Encounters with all kinds of people and Pokemon and the mystery behind Sinnoh's myths await you.
or later
We
tonight.
hope you look forward to starting an exciting adventure with new gameplay features in the Sinnoh region.
I'm picking Chimchar, always. Especially, I don't know.
Please wait
Depend-
just a bit longer for the
I
start
know in
of your adventure.
some of those games,
But that's not all.
Diamond and Pearl
A
specific,
special
most specifically,
Nintendo Switch Lite Dialga
fire
and
types
Palkia
are
Edition
not
will also
abundant.
be released to
They're
celebrate the launch
very
of these
scarce.
games. This special Nintendo Switch Lite is dressed up with
I mean,
art
I
of
think
the
what you
legendary
get, like,
Pokemon
Chimchar or
Dialga and
Ponyta,
Palkia, bringing to mind
and then,
the
like, their
special
evolutionary
Nintendo DS
forms.
Lite Onyx, Dialga
But,
and Palkia Edition that
I-
was released
Platinum
back in 2006
made that a little
to align
better,
with the original game's
at least when I
launch.
played through it.
It will
I
be
don't remember
available
it
to
being so
purchase
bad.
beginning November 5th,
But
2021.
Chimchar's
Look
still my
forward
favorite.
to it.
It's almost always the fire type,
Next,
except for Gen
we
5.
have some information
where
for you about the Pokemon
Snivy
Legends
just
Arceus game,
Killed it
which
for
is
me.
being
Like that was,
developed
I
by
loved
Game
Snivy. Snivy was my jam. This is what I'm super interested in right here. Let's see what we got. Cyndaquil for sure, like I said. Most gens fire type. There's like very few exceptions to that. Cyndaquil is one of my all-time favorite starters anyway. This is a tale of a time long ago when the lives of humans and Pokemon were... I did not finish. I assume separate, when they lived separately. Something around the lines of that. Okay, it still looks kind of empty. I mean, it's a lot of similar shots what we got last time. Ooh! Stantler, some kind of regional variant. Okay, so this is what the town looks like on the other side, and there's with actual people in it this time too. I'm worried this is gonna be the only town in the entire. Okay, I saw this shot. Oh, hey! It wasn't just shown, and they're actually in mud where they're supposed to be. That's kind of interesting. Like, they're not like, they're in their natural habitat. They're not just all in a copy and paste patch of grass. Whoa, it's a Growlithe. Oh, I like regular Growlithe better, but that's cool. Oh shit! Okay, that's pretty dope. Alright. Crazy regional variants of Braviary and what's his name? I apologize, guys. See, I'm still I know it, but it's not coming in my head right now. Basculin, maybe? I want to say. It's pretty cool. And I will say, it looks like you can only ride one Pokemon. Because, like, they just showed that Stantler again. So it's not like you can just catch a Pokemon and ride it. Yep, it's going to be... It's basically ride Pokemon from Sun and Moon. But at least it's probably your own Pokemon. Hopefully those are yours. I even like the idea of just... This is cool. Holy shit. This is like Shadow Pokemon. Even in Pokemon Go and, you know, Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness, Shadow Pokemon are, even in the fourth movie, like, Shadow Pokemon are dope. Love it. And I love how they actually attack the owner in it, or they attack humans in this, just like they kind of did in Coliseum and stuff, so. That Ursaring was chasing. Business. You know what? I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing this game. I still have problems with it. It looks vastly empty, mostly still. Graphics are kind of not great, and still limits the Pokemon, but you
That
don't
was
even.
the latest trailer
And
for
usually
Pokemon Legends
the
Arceus.
payoff for that, the trade off for that is
Let's take a closer look at some of the elements
being able
introduced in the
to
video.
like ride all of, like in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you didn't get all the Pokemon, but you could like ride most of the ones that were there.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is a brand new title that opens new doors for the Pokemon series by fusing action with RPG elements.
Information time.
Your adventure takes place in a region known as Hisui, during a long ago era when it was rare for people to live in harmony alongside Pokemon.
Did Sinnoh used to be called
over the center of the
something
land,
different?
with sprawling,
They change
diverse,
it, or
natural environments surrounding the mountain on all sides.
maybe Arceus is,
These
since
different
he's like
areas
God,
are
he's
home
like,
to a rich
let there
variety
be
of
a
Pokemon
different name.
ecosystems. In the future, this land of Hisui will come to be known as the Sinnoh region.
Okay.
You'll set out on an
Shouldn't even say
adventure with the
anything,
goal
should've
of
waited.
completing the first
She
ever
answered my
Pokedex
question.
for the Hisui region. The bustling Jubilife Village will be the base for your adventures. It's home to the Galaxy Expedition Team, made up of people from various other regions, with divisions such as the Medical Corps, the Security Corps, and the Survey Corps, which researches Pokemon. Professor Laventon's field of study is the ecology of Pokemon. He came to the Hisui region along with Pokemon he met in
Got the
various other
professor.
regions. He entrusts one of these Pokemon to you. Captain Silene is the leader of the Survey Corps. Though she may seem to treat you harshly, deep down she's your biggest supporter, and she watches over your progress with care. Commander Komodo
what
oversees
if she
the
turned out to be
entire
like the
Galaxy
villain?
team. He's a dependable leader who has earned the
Pokemon's trying to do a
unwavering
lot of
trust
twists
of his
lately.
team members. When the commander recognizes your knack for Pokemon research, he allows you to join the team and has you work as a member of the Survey Corps. The duty of the Survey Corps is to observe and catch Pokemon to shed light on how they live. Your survey duties hold the key to unlocking the true purpose of your adventure, and in the course of your work, you'll visit various locations within the Hisui region. Your excursions outside the village will begin by preparing at a base camp. At these camps, you'll be able to prepare for your survey work
I like
by
the old
buying items or
Pokeballs.
crafting new ones from basic
Like the
materials.
steampunk looking style there.
In the
Reminds
Hisui
me of that
region, you'll
14
find
EV.
that you'll be vulnerable to attacks from wild Pokemon.
Not exactly like
Take
that.
too
but-
much damage from their attacks, and you'll black out.
Oh wow. That's
So use
actually
caution
really
when you're
cool.
out. Carefully, then throw a Pokeball
interesting.
to try to catch them. You'll find that not all species of Pokemon react the same way when they spot you. For
They do.
example, some Pokemon will
Oh,
immediately
cool! It flew
flee,
away.
so you'll
I
want
wonder
to
if like
fall
you can
fast
throw
when
out
you
your
approach them.
Braviary and catch it when it
Aggressive
flies
Pokemon,
away.
on the other hand, may need to be weakened in battle. There
Or
are a
if, like, it's
variety of
just
tricks
gone.
to catching them all.
That's cool that it actually flew away. It
Throw
didn't
a
just like it
Pokemon
wasn't just like
containing one of
grounded
your own Pokemon
to the
near a
ground.
wild
Yeah, like it wasn't,
Pokemon,
you know,
and a battle will begin.
it wasn't anchored to the
You'll
ground.
find that a single
was cool.
Pokemon may get to act
actually-
multiple times in a row,
like-
depending on its speed stat and the moves that it uses.
I will say, already
You can
great
also
improvement
choose to
over
have
the last
Pokemon
trailer.
use their moves in two different styles.
Not perfect.
Strong style and agile style.
But promise.
Using a move in the strong style will increase the move's power,
And
but the
potential.
Pokemon's action speed will be lowered. Using
Okay.
a move in the agile style will decrease the move's power, but the Pokemon's action speed will be raised.
I'll have to see how that
You'll
plays
find
out.
the strong style will come in handy when you
practice.
see a chance to
It's
end a
interesting.
battle with one powerful move. While the agile style is great for situations where acting multiple times in a row will give your battle strategy a real boost. Use these different styles as the situation demands to gain the upper hand in battle. When you report the results of your survey work to the professor, information will be added to the Pokédex. You can advance your research and fill in more information by doing things like catching Pokemon, seeing them use certain moves multiple times, and more. Seek out and meet lots of different Pokemon to complete that Pokedex. Now, we'd like to introduce some of the Pokemon living in the rich, natural environments that are spread out across the Hisui region. This Pokemon with distinctive antlers is known as Weirdeer. Weirdeer
I thought it was
evolves from a
Stantler.
Stantler that has managed to live in the harsh natural environment of the Hisui region. It has strong ties with the local people, and it has been treated with great care and respect in this land since ancient times. Garments made with the fur shed from its beard, tail, and legs are highly prized as warm winter clothing.
Stantler finally
This
has an
Pokemon
evolution.
is Basculegion. It can swim with great power.
I love
Basculen that live in the Hisui region
Stantler.
can evolve
It's a
into
cool
this Pokemon if they become possessed by the restless souls of other Basculen in their school that have perished during their journey upstream. This Pokemon gains power from the souls possessing it, letting it swim on and on without tiring. There are also
That's
Pokemon
interesting.
that can be found living in this land in forms that have adapted to the environment of the Hisui region. This Pokemon with its great
Okay, so this is
majestic
Braviary.
wings
This
is the
isn't like
Hisuian form of Braviary. It comes to Hisui in the winter and can imbue its screeches with psychic
Okay,
power
so there are
to
regional
generate
variants and there
shockwaves.
are new evolutions, like just like any other Pokemon game.
This Pokemon, which works
You
with
get
a
your new
partner, is the
evolutions.
Hisuian form of Growlithe. It is a very wary Pokemon and appears to protect its territory. Hisuian Growlithe's soft fur is an excellent insulator, allowing it to stay active and lively even in this chilly land. The horn on its head is made of rock, but it breaks easily, so Hisuian Growlithe uses it only when it'll have the greatest effect. The Pokemon Arceus holds the key to this story, but what connection does it have to your adventure? We hope you look forward to finding out on the day when you can finally meet the people and Pokemon
Yeah, I'm excited
of the
for this
Hisui
one.
region for yourself.
Is that it?
Those were our latest updates on these new entries in the Pokemon series. Pre-orders for Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and Pokemon Shining Pearl will become available on Nintendo eShop after this broadcast. We'd also like to announce that support for these titles is planned to come to Pokemon Home, the cloud service for Nintendo Switch and compatible mobile devices.
I wonder how that's
in
gonna work.
2022. Keep an eye on our upcoming announcements for further details. As for the ranked battles that so many of you continue to enjoy, these will take place as before in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. We hope you all have fun participating in even more competitive play in the future. Those are all the latest updates we can share with you today. We hope you're looking forward to all the exciting Pokemon adventures to come. Thank you all for tuning in and watching.
No problemo. Okay, that was the Pokemon Presents. I'm gonna be honest. I have mixed feelings, but it was slightly better than I was expecting. So even my mixed feelings are slightly optimistic. So no Mega Evolutions confirmed. I still think they're in one of those two games, but nothing. We didn't get any news on that. Or at least I hope they're in one of those two games. I'm leaning towards they probably are. I did see following Pokemon in there. I know Platinum, at least, like I said, I haven't played Diamond and Pearl, but I know Platinum had following Pokemon in specific areas, and I see that this has overworld Pokemon in specific areas, so I hope the following Pokemon isn't in specific areas, although it looked like it was in locations that were just normal routes and not those specific locations. So I would be shocked or I would be surprised if the following Pokemon wasn't just a full game feature that you could use basically anywhere. which is dope because the following Pokemon is ever since Pikachu and Yellow version, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, basically let any Pokemon follow you. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It was fantastic in that. And I hope it's like that in this game. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. The thing is, one thing I did see in Legends Arceus was when the player character was chasing a couple of Starlies. I think Starly's their name, yeah. And like I said, did not play much of Gen 4 until just recently. And he was chasing the Starlies, and the one on the left flew away. And I thought that was great because, if you walked up to a Wingull in Sword and Shield, it just hovers in one spot and kind of goes around. Doesn't really do anything. It doesn't go anywhere. And so I thought that was really cool. It actually reacted to somebody running up to it, as a Pokemon should, or an animal, as basically an animal mostly would. And so I'm curious because in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you could get on your flying Pokemon, and it was you went to a higher elevation, and you could essentially just fly around and you can kind of run into Pokemon in higher elevations. I'm curious if that's the case here. I'm curious if he pulled out that Braviary, if he could have chased down that Starly. Because clearly on Braviary you can fly really high. So I'm curious how that works. If you can throw Pokeballs from the Braviary, or if you can have the Braviary attack while you're or if you're just if you're just basically in a directional plane and you can't do anything else while in the air. Because in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, it didn't have a battling system, but it had the traditional you run into the Pokemon, it starts it transitions to not a battle, but it transitions to the catch screen. So I would be curious as to how, if you could chase down that Starly, how you would go about engaging with it once in the air. But that's cool that it ran away. And I'm not even going to try and guess flew out. I can't do it, you guys. I'm sorry. The Pokemon that was sleeping, the character walked up to the Pokemon and it was asleep. That's super cool. And then you saw Pokemon in their natural environments. There were the hippo Pokemon. Gen 4 is not my strong suit, so I'm bear with me, guys. But it was cool to see that hippo Pokemon in the the mud. Diamond and Pearl, I don't really have too much to say on. It is what I thought it would be at this point. I don't see any surprises as of yet. It's cool that you can change your clothes. It's cool that you can have following Pokemon. It's cool that you can it's cool that it has a lot of these features. It almost feels like they're trying to do with Diamond and Pearl what they did with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but they're maybe we can't do that in 3D with the limited amount of time that we have to make these games because the higher ups don't let us have time to make these games. But because you have that cycle that you need to get the games out by a certain time. Regardless of what's happening, I would say that Legends Arceus looks promising. I'm actually cautiously optimistic for that game. It wouldn't hurt to if they could to push it back another year. So to delay the game 1 year would give them opportunities to make it so that you have that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee um, features that have their features to like ride the Pokemon and stuff like you could do it with like most of the Pokemon there. Like you catch a Gyarados and just ride it, because they had Gyarados in there, and I saw a lot more older Pokemon. And I thought, in the first trailer they showed like a Pikachu and stuff, obviously because it's the mascot. But like with Legends Arceus, I wasn't sure if it was only going to be like native Pokemon to, and I know like the regional decks, those are native, but you don't know how like in the context of the lore, maybe they only became native like in ancient times when like people brought like like how like people in real life bring animals from one place to the other, and then it ends up kind of like taking over certain territories. I'm curious if so that would explain why they are native in the Pokedex to that region when you play Platinum and Diamond and Pearl. But I'm surprised they have so many Pokemon that are from other regions in this when it's supposed to be. So maybe those are just native to not just like other regions, but also native to Sinnoh region or whatever it's called at this point in time, before it eventually becomes the Sinnoh region. But anyway, my overall thoughts are mixed, but not completely negative. So that's good. I just think that Legends Arceus could benefit a lot from about a year delay, where it just gives them maybe even a 2-year delay, because that game looks good and I want it to be better than it looks, but it still looks like it'll be fun. So like I know doom and gloom, Debbie Downer over here, but I'm still excited. I've already pre-ordered Legends Arceus. I've pre-ordered Diamond and Pearl because I like Platinum a lot, and I think these this has the following Pokemon: Diamond and Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. They look like they're gonna have packed in features that a lot of people love about Pokemon. They're the features that a lot of the fan base asks for every time they make a Pokemon game. So, like the following Pokemon, that I'm really excited about. Still don't love the art style. I wish they had just, even if they had to like go back to the 3DS style or the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, I felt like those were fine styles. Those were good styles, and they would have played well. And they would have been easier for that development team to work with instead of trying to do like Sword and Shield, like closer to photorealistic as compared to like 2D or chibi styles. So I feel like the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire graphics would have been like a perfect middle ground for this, but I guess they decided to go in a different direction, and I don't particularly love the art style, but it's growing on me a little bit, and I don't absolutely hate it. It'll just feel like I'm basically just replaying Platinum with some cooler features, which is basically what you do in a lot of Pokemon games. You're like, oh, I just played Ruby. Well, now I'm playing Emerald, which is basically Ruby with some cool new features. Like, oh, you're playing Heart or Gold or Silver, and then you go to play Crystal, and all of a sudden, like, Pokemon are moving when you run into them in the wild or in a battle with a trainer, and that's pretty cool. Like, I like the improved features, although this isn't the third definitive version. These are just remakes. So in the same way that past remakes have gotten a lot of upgrades, I hope this does too. I hope there's new territory, like, other than just the areas underneath in the underground. I hope there's like actual like some new islands, like kind of like the semi islands with fire red and leaf green. But so I know it seems like I'm harping on a lot of negative things, but actually this trailer or this present was exceeded my expectations. Now, granted, my expectations were low, but it it did effectively get me a little more hyped for Legends Arceus. And if they just add in Mega Evolutions, the big thing for me, not with Legends Arceus, I understand that's not going to have a national dex. But, I mean, if you're going to have this chibi style, like you're going to make things kind of easier for development, and you're only going to add like a few new features, I really want a national dex and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Arceus, I totally get it. Completely new concept for a Pokemon game. They're trying to go in a different direction. And, you know, you got to have native Pokemon to that region. So in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, I want a national dex. I would prefer it. Very much so. But in Legends Arceus, I think that game is good the way it's going. I think it's going in the right direction. And so I wouldn't want this, I wouldn't ask for the same things that I ask for in like, you know, a main series Pokemon game that in to be in Legends Arceus, because that just, it wouldn't fit for that game. But anyway, a lot of positives here. A little bit of negatives. Just negatives I went in with are still there. I hope Mega Evolutions are in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I hope National Dex is in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I don't love those names either. But the box art was pretty cool. Better than Sword and Shield's box art. So I know with the main series games we get the we get the you know, we just get the two legendaries on the box nowadays, and we've gotten that, you know, as far back as gold and silver version. So I mean, that's, you know, that's just to be expected. I think the box art looks cool. I think I think it was overall good presentation. And I'm excited to see what these games have in store. I hope we see some additional stuff for it soon. I'm really, like I said, I really hope Mega Evolutions and National Dex are in. I'm not holding my breath for the National Dex, but I would bet money that there might be Mega Evolutions in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Legend Arceus, whatever it's doing right now, it's good. Keep in that direction. I hope they can improve it a little more by the time it comes out. But it looked better than I was expecting with the Pokemon's reactions and how they actually like fly away and they're in their natural habitat and all that other stuff. So overall, I'm satisfied with that present. We'll see what the games are like when they come out. And sorry about the studio set is still a work in progress, so that's why I don't have any. That's why there's like, I had to remove shelves here to set this all up, and there were shelves. I took them down, and then I had to use the putty and everything to smooth that out. I'm gonna paint all around here, and so that's why it looks like, you know, the way it does. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I'm going to be trying to do some more Pokemon related content on this channel soon. I really want to get the Shining Charizard from the Hidden Fates packs, so I'm going to be opening some of those packs coming up to see if I can't get it. Not too many. I probably won't, but I really want to try. So thanks everybody for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, even if you didn't like it. But no, I'm overall satisfied with this Presents, and we'll just have to see how the games play out.